everybody. Welcome to Puzzle Chair Word Search Live. Today's word search is vegetable garden, and we have one of our bigger puzzles today. It's got 65 words. There's a couple ways you can participate with us. You can print the puzzle out and join us in the chat to let us know about the words that you found. You can create a split screen where you have the word search live when you're on Puzzle Cheer on one side, and you can have the YouTube window on the other side, and you can join us in the chat that way, or just follow along with us live. So we'll make the puzzle fit the screen, and let's go over a few of our words today. Agriculture, asparagus, beans, beets, broccoli, carrot, cauliflower, celery, composting, corn, cucumber, cultivate, cut, dig, dirt, eat, eggplant, fertilizer, garlic, gather, greens, and grow. In our chat, hi Raven, thanks for joining us today, and happy Thursday to you also. Yes, I'm excited to solve this puzzle too. So let's see. I see lettuce horizontal on the left-hand side of the puzzle. Organic is right above it, and carrot shares the C for that word. So let's see. First, I'm going to change my line thickness. 7, right? I can't remember. Okay. Lettuce. So we will highlight lettuce, Lettuce, lettuce. And cross that off. And organic is right above it. Organic, organic. And we'll cross off organic. And carrot shares with organic. Carrot. Sometimes my mouse really fights with me. I try to keep these lines straight. Okay, so let me cross off carrot. Let's see. I see onion in that same row, horizontal, over toward the right-hand side. Dirt is underneath that, and dirt shares the T with tomato. And underneath that is eggplant. And I can keep going down. I see broccoli, agriculture, radish. Awesome. All right, so I see the word pick right above onion, so I'm going to highlight that one, P-I-C-K. And let's read a few more of our words that we're going to be finding today. So we have harvest, heirloom, herbs, hoe, honeybees, hose, insects, kale, leaves, lettuce, melon, onions, organic, parsnip, peas, peppers, pick, plant, pollinators, potato, pots, produce, pumpkin, radish, rake, rose, seeds, shovel, soil, spinach, squash, steak, summer, sunflowers, sunshine, tomato, transplant, turnip, water, watermelon, weeds, wheelbarrow, and zucchini. All right. Raven found pollinators. It's vertical in the leftmost column. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Pollinators, pollinators. Hi, Rory. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see. Raven found melon horizontal in the bottom row. MELON, right in the middle at the bottom. And we'll cross off melon. Raven says composting is vertical in the second column from the left. Composting, very good. COMPOSTING, composting. Rory says steak is horizontal in the top row middle. STAKE, steak. And I'm going to go back and get onion. ONION. Oops, it's plural. Onions. There we go. And we'll cross off onions. And right below onions, horizontal, is dirt and tomatoes. So we're in the upper right-hand side of the puzzle working here. DIRT, dirt. And we'll cross off dirt. And tomatoes right next to that. TOMATO, tomato. Eggplant is right below dirt and tomato. EGGPLANT, eggplant. And I'll cross off eggplant. Raven says zucchini is horizontal in the third row from the top. Zucchini. Okay, let's cross that off. Highlight it. ZUCCHINI, zucchini, right up at the top of the puzzle and the bottom of the word list. Rory says plant is vertical in the top right corner, starting in the top row. There we go, plant. PLANT, plant. How are gardens growing for everybody this year? We can't complain. Everything's starting off really well. Might have a couple varmints, but I'm not sure yet. Let's see. I see broccoli right here in the middle, horizontal, BROCCOLI, broccoli. And agriculture, one row down is agriculture, and right above that is radish. And herbs is there, and then hoe We have quite a little cluster of words right there. So let's highlight agriculture. The A starts in the far left column. Agriculture. I have no idea. I don't think I spelled that right. Agriculture. Okay. And above that is radish. And that's singular, radish. Cross that out. And herbs is above that. These are all horizontal, Herbs, and we're working on the upper left-hand side of the puzzle. And cross off herbs. And then hoe is right above that. Hoe, hoe. And we'll cross that off. So going down from agriculture, still horizontal, I see cultivate and asparagus, cucumber, leaf. Let's see, leaves. Yep, leaves is plural, and it shares the S with seeds, which is also plural? Yes, plural. Okay, so we'll start highlighting some of those. So we have seeds, S-E-E-D-S. That's horizontal right in the middle of the puzzle. And we'll cross off seeds. And let's see. Raven says beets is vertical, and the second column from the right. Right in the middle. Awesome. Thank you. Let's have some purple beets. We'll cross that out. Rory says squash is vertical, starting with the S of steak. Squash, right at the top of the puzzle. S-Q-U-A-S-H, squash. Raven says peas is diagonal, starting in the top row, top right. Peas, very good. Thank you. And we will cross off peas. Rory says greens is vertical, just right of pollinators. Awesome. Thank you. Greens, G-R-E-E-N-S, greens. Cross that off. Rory says sunflowers is vertical, just below pollinators, left row. Got it. Thank you. Sunflowers. S-U-N-F-L-O-W-E-R-S. Slugs are the bane of our sunflowers this year. Anybody else have trouble with slugs? What are your favorite vegetables to grow and to eat. There might be a difference there. Let's see. Raven says cauliflower is diagonal and it shares a C with composting. Very good. Cauliflower. I think my favorite vegetable to grow, probably and pick too, are cucumbers. So let's see. There was cauliflower, diagonal, and we crossed it out. Rory says turnip is vertical, just below plant in the top right. So plant and turnip share a T. Turnip, turnip. Rory says kale is horizontal, just right of pick in the top right. Kale, very good. So the pick shares the K with kale. K-A-L-E, kale. And I'm going to go back here and catch fertilizer. Horizontal in the middle of the puzzle. Fertilizer, fertilizer. And let's cross that off. Oh, I did. And then transplant is right underneath that. Awesome. Transplant, Transplant, transplant. We'll cross off transplant. And then a couple rows above that is leaves. Leaves, and leaves shares the S with seeds. We'll cross off leaves. So we have cultivate and asparagus, horizontal, a little bit above those two words. So let's highlight asparagus, Asparagus. That's still in the upper left section of the puzzle. Cross off asparagus, and then cultivate is right below. Nope. Okay. Cultivate is right below agriculture, above asparagus. Cultivate, cultivate. And wheelbarrow is in the center lower part of the puzzle, and pumpkin is right above that. So wheelbarrow. We have a blue wheelbarrow, so there's wheelbarrow. Oh, I better cross that off before I forget. I was excited to get to pumpkin. Pumpkin, pumpkin. And we'll cross that off. Raven says, my garden is growing well. Thanks, Anne. My son's sunflowers are starting to sprout. Awesome. Rory says hose is diagonal, starting in the H of squash, top middle. Hose right there. Thank you. H-O-S-E, hose. And I see corn right above seeds, horizontal in the middle, and then sunshine above that, and dig above that. All right, so let's highlight dig, D-I-G, and cross it out. Sunshine is right below that. S-U-N-S-H-I-N-E, sunshine. And then in the row below that, we have cucumber, C-U-C-U-M-B-E-R, cucumber. Whoops, I think I forgot to cross off sunshine. Yep. All right, cucumber and sunshine. And now we'll get corn, C-O-R-N, corn. And we'll cross off corn. All right. Yep, I got hose. And then Rory says, my veggies are going very well, Anne. I just got some small pea pods. Awesome. Congratulations. Rory says, insects is a vertical, starting with the last L in broccoli. Last I in broccoli. I don't know. Middle right. All right, let's find broccoli. Okay, so here's broccoli and insects. Very good. That was an I. I-N-S-E-C-T-S, insects. Rory says summer is diagonal, starting with the first S of insects. Awesome, thank you. S-U-M-M-E-R, and that connects all the way over to the right, the far right column. Let's look at some of the words that we have left to find. We have beans, celery, cut, eat, garlic, gather, grow, harvest, heirloom, honeybees, parsnip, peppers, potato, pots, produce, rake, rose, shovel, soil, spinach, water, watermelon, and weeds. Weeds has two E's. I wonder if that would be easy to find. Let's see. There's two E's. No, there's weeds right there. So weeds is is vertical toward the middle bottom of the puzzle. Weeds, W-E-E-D-S, weeds. There we go. Rory says rose is vertical, starting with the second R in carrot, top left. Rose. Very good. That's actually in the same column as what we just found, weeds, but farther up. All right, rows, R-O-W-S. Raven says, favorite veggie to grow might be tomatoes, but my favorite to eat is probably zucchini. Awesome. Rory says, I love cooking dishes with homegrown tomatoes, but I love harvesting butternut squash in the fall. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now I don't know if I'm still on for cucumbers or harvesting the squash. Pumpkins in the fall kind of can't be beat. Raven says gather is vertical, 2 columns, right of beans in the top left. Gather. Very good. Thank you. Gather, gather. Raven says cultivate is horizontal, right below agriculture. Awesome. Did I forget? Yeah, right there. Thank you. Rory says grow is vertical, starting with the second G in eggplant, top middle. Grow. Grow, grow. Let's cross that out. Rory says dig is horizontal, 2 rows below broccoli, middle. Yes, thank you. Raven says harvest is vertical in the 3rd column from the left. Harvest. Thank you. Excellent directions. Harvest, harvest. Rory says sunshine is horizontal, just right of asparagus, middle. Yes, I have sunshine. Thank you. Raven says eat is horizontal, starting with the leftmost column. Awesome. Ooh, that's a tiny little word. EAT, eat. Raven says rake is horizontal, right below eat. Thank you. Rake, R-A-K-E, rake. Rory says honeybees is vertical, starting with the H of zucchini, top middle. Okay, so honeybees. Very good. Thank you. Honeybees. Honeybees. Rory says watermelon is vertical, just right of harvest, bottom left. Watermelon. 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 That's in the fourth column from the left. Or it says heirloom is vertical, just right of weeds, bottom middle. Okay, so here's weeds and there's heirloom. It's in the middle column. Heirloom. All right, let's see what words we have left. Beans, celery, cut, garlic, parsnip, peppers, potato, pots, produce, shovel, soil, spinach, and water. Rory says beans is vertical, starting with the B of wheelbarrow, middle bottom. Beans, very good. Beans, beans. Raven says parsnip is diagonal, starting with the first P in pumpkin. All right, here's pumpkin. And I'm looking for parsnip. 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 Soil. Roy says soil is diagonal, starting with the S of weeds, middle bottom. Soil. Thank you. SOIL. Soil. Raven says spinach is vertical, 2 columns to the right of watermelon. Spinach. Awesome. Thank you. SPINACH. Spinach. Whoops. There we go. Rory says peppers is vertical, just right of spinach. I know I just highlighted spinach and I've already lost it. Parsnip? Didn't I just highlight spinach? There's spinach. There's peppers. Very good. PEPPERS. Peppers. Awesome. And that one is plural. Raven says produce is vertical in the column to the right of honeybees, top center. Thank you. Produce, right next to honeybees. Produce, produce. Raven says pots is diagonal and it shares the P with produce. Thank you. Pots, very good. Pots, pots. Oh, Roy also found pots. Awesome. Thank you. And Roy says potatoes is vertical starting with the P of pick, top right. Potato. Potato, potato. Or he says garlic is vertical, just left of potato. Garlic. Garlic, garlic. So let's go over the words we have left. We have celery, cut, shovel, and water. I just found shovel and water. They are horizontal over on the right-hand side of the puzzle, and they both, the end of the word touches the right column. So we have water, W-A-T-E-R. And then shovel is above that. S-H-O-V-E-L, shovel. So we still have celery and cut. Raven says celery is vertical and the column to the right of peppers. Okay, so peppers is pink. Oh, celery right there. Thank you. C-E-L-E-R-Y, celery. And cut. If we could go zigzag, there's cut right here. We do have word search puzzles called word trails puzzles at puzzlecheer.com. And there's a vegetable one. And the words are all crooked and forwards and backwards. If you're interested in a more difficult level puzzle, that is available at puzzlecheer.com. Just type in word trails. And I see cut right in the center of the puzzle horizontal. So we'll go ahead and highlight that, cut. And we will cross that out. And I think that's all of the words today. That was a big puzzle. And it seemed like we breezed right through it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to Rory and Raven. Awesome puzzle today. And tomorrow we'll be back with another word search. I'm actually excited for this one. It's one of our brand new puzzles that just got published at puzzlecheer.com. We have a whole series of puzzles on colors of summer, and that's what we'll be working on tomorrow. You can find the link to the puzzle if you want to print it ahead of time. It'll be available tomorrow morning. And yes, Raven, thank you for the fun, and see everybody tomorrow. Bye.